Oh, hang on, should I read the plot? After being resurrected by a sinister entity.
Oh.
After being resurrected by a sinister entity, Art the Clown returns to Miles County, where he targets a bereaved family, especially teenage Sienna and her younger brother Jonathan. And it's Halloween night too. So pray you don't get... Oh God, who's written this?
I'm the first person who wrote this.
I'll finish this. And it's Halloween night too, so pray you don't get in Art's way.
All the way from Miles County, please welcome Art the Clown.
So if you watch part 1, you'll know we'll have left off essentially a story of Art at the morgue.
Yes.
The basement.
I have more time to edit this one, so here, have an actual photo of the morgue this time.
Of the old morgue.
Of the old morgue.
Of the old morgue.
Do you want to zoom that in for us?
Oh, yeah, I do.
So that was the old morgue. We start this one in the same morgue.
But they've actually got the money to put effort into it.
Yeah, we've had an upgrade for this one. We were so impressed.
Do you want to show them the new morgue?
Oh, yes. Do you want me to? Or do you want to
no, it's your turn.
Ready? The new morgue. As you can see, it's an actual morgue. Well, it might not be an actual morgue.
It could pass for it could pass for an actual morgue in a film. It did.
Yeah,
especially like the continuation. If you're like us and you watched 1 and 2 really close together, like the immediate improvement. I think obviously if you had watched them when they were released, you might not have noticed it straight away.
Yeah.
But we certainly did, because the morgue not being a morgue really irked us actually.
Yeah. And it's great that they've got this new morgue because we see him bleed out for a very long time against a nice shiny worktop. It's very visual looking. It's fabulous.
It's even gone like you can even see like behind him in most of the shot the like drawers that they normally put the dead into. Well, you know, the coal drawers.
So after Art escapes from the morgue, then we cut to our main characters of the film, which is
Sienna
and her little brother.
Oh yeah, actually, what is his name?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the family name, but they're not important really. And we see her to some jazzy 80s music constructing a costume. It's very important.
It's almost like a He-Man outfit. It feels very like 80s nostalgia. It is though, isn't it? It's the kind of vibes it gives.
Yeah, it's like a Valkyrie, I think, isn't it?
I don't know, He-Man, but with a top. So it feels like it's supposed to be very nostalgic, and that's fine. And the brother's like, tee-hee, for Halloween I'm gonna go as this, what is it called? The Miles County Killer or something?
Yeah. So it's on Halloween, which is 1 year
after it all happened. So this little boy is like, I'm gonna dress as like an active serial killer.
Yeah, to which we were like, okay, calm down.
Yeah. And the sister kind of had the same ideas. So she was like, yeah, absolutely, stop that nonsense. And then after that scene, it cuts back to her pretty much doing the same thing with the 80s music playing in the background. And that was overkill, because that was like another 2 minutes. So if you're wondering how this film was so long, 2.5 hours by the way.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, it's because of it's long scenes like this. Whereas I think that's why we love the beauty of the first one, because it's just...
Yeah, it's just kill.
Yeah, it's great.
The first half moves really quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, after we see her go back to making a costume, a dream sequence occurs, and it's just pure madness.
It's like complete loony stuff. Loony stuff?
Loony stuff.
Loony. And then Art the Clown makes an appearance.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun when Art's in.
Yeah, I really like the dreams, like the first dreamscape. Like, I really like it. What you find a lot with this film is they revisit. They seem to revisit things twice. Seems to be the common occurrence.
Yeah.
One's kind of normal, and then like the twisted, dark version of things. Which I know it seems like it's a nice contrast. And I don't mind some of it. But again, this like Dreamscape, just again, it's very long.
It is. On the second watch, I don't know if it's something to do with us. Like, that was the first film we watched today and it didn't seem that bad. On the first watch, I hated it. It was so long. Like, 5 minutes I could deal with. For how long that is, it's f***ing awful.
Do you know what, like when you're watching, actually like time it and watch it only be like 6 minutes long. And we've just gone, this is the longest thing in the world. We hate it. But it's not even that long in comparison, which I have a feeling it's probably not as long as we're making it out to be. But
Probably
it feels
not,
like it stretched out for an eternity. But who knows, that could be the point in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not Damien Leone, I don't know what's going on. I could just tell you what I felt.
And they've put so much effort into the effects in that sequence as well.
Yeah.
They probably wanted to show everything.
Like, obviously, what do you say, it grossed like 11
million still.
Yeah, considering it only took, like, I think they spent $250,000 on it. Incredible. I think the cinematography through all of it is fantastic. But back to specifically this dream sequence.
Yes.
Yeah, so Art comes in, terrorizes, murders everyone, tries to kill her, and then this dagger that her dad had given to her before he died, she like dreams it up.
Yeah, it feels like a sword out of the hat.
Yeah. Help will always come to those who need it. But yeah, she like pulls this sword out of nowhere and like deflects his advances.
Yeah, he's trying to burn her.
Yeah, trying to set her on
Flamethrower.
fire. And she uses this dagger to deflect it and like shoots the flames back. And then she wakes up and obviously this outfit that she's been making has like angel wings with it. And she comes around and all of a sudden these angel wings are just on fire in her bedroom. So
Costume
obviously
is up in flames.
yeah, so obviously it's like panic station, get out of bed, like try and smack it out.
But from this we were like, oh, so Art's like a dream demon now? Like he can get you in your dreams?
Who's to say? Because there's another 2 hours of this film. Anyway, so they move past that.
Yeah.
Little brother goes to school, and he like walks round the corner, and he sees Art and our new character.
Oh, she's so
Yeah.
cute.
So walk around the corner, and these two are essentially playing with the dead possum, and like ripping its insides out and just having a good time. They were loving life. She's awesome.
Running in the hallway.
And this new character is like a little clown girl.
Yeah,
She's adorable.
She's amazing. She's a really good actress.
Yes, so good. Again, like she's like mime-esque, doesn't speak, is completely on Art's level. And you meet her right at the start. So like after Art does his initial shenanigans in the morgue, he goes to go clean his outfits at the laundromat, but he has like a part of his skull missing.
Yeah.
So obviously when he meets this little girl who just happens to be in this laundromat, you're like, oh, he's hallucinating.
Yeah, like that. There's damage.
Yeah, like he's missing part of his skull. His brain's on show, and immediately, like, absolutely. So he's hallucinating. And again, there was like a guy sleeping in the laundromat, and he wakes up, and Art's just like naked, playing like, is it like patty cakes?
Yeah.
By himself. Like he can't see this wee girl. So immediately you're thinking, right, he's just gotten insane.
Yeah. The little girl starts poking at his head and stuff.
Yeah, and like his eye that he doesn't have an eye. But she's so adorable, like top class acting for someone so young, especially as well.
Yeah, and getting into that much makeup.
Like you said, like Ian, we were watching the behind the scenes stuff after, and she's wearing like a full prosthetic face.
Yeah, like they did a full face mold of her.
So anyway, so the boy comes around the corner, sees these two like absolutely tearing this dead paws for a new one, like it's their new toy they got for Christmas, and obviously like runs away. It's literally terrifying.
Yeah, so he gets sent home.
And they go to the local Halloween costume shop, which is massive.
Yeah, oh my god.
Huge.
If that's what Halloween shops are like in America, I am so jealous. And that's where we get the iconic Art the Clown images. You'll have seen them all over TikTok if you haven't seen this before. These ones. So throughout our second watch, we were listing reasons of why Art would be a good husband. So let us relay them to you. Number 1.
Good with children.
He's good with children. Number 2, he does his own laundry.
Cleans up after himself.
He knows where you leave your stuff and will bring it to you if you lose it.
Knows how to have a laugh and like goofy try-ons. So a bit of a laugh to be around.
Yep. We'll make you dinner.
We'll feed you. Is that all we got to?
Maybe.
I think he just kind of goes to range after
Yeah,
that.
and then a good sense of humour.
Yeah. And that's like a solid like 8 or 9 reasons why Art would be a good husband.
So, I mean, really.
What a catch. I know you are thinking it. The answer is no. We're not okay.
So, the reason that popped into my head is because while Sienna's in this Halloween store, she runs into Art, and then she forgets her bag downstairs as she goes upstairs to pay, and Art very kindly brings her bag for her.
And then, kind of like when we were saying in reference to Terrifier 1, when he like likes Tara, and he tries to like cheer her up in the diner.
Yeah.
He can obviously see that Sienna's uncomfortable, and he's like, I'm gonna cheer you up.
Yeah.
So he starts trying on all these ridiculous glasses. And they're so fun. We need to buy a pair immediately. Like the big yellow sunglass ones.
I want the red.
They're like hands.
I like
There's
them.
the eyes one.
And then there was the, what are they called? The party thing? Blower?
Like a party whistle. They're like paper things. Go woo, woo. And the cashier, I love this. He was like, if you're gonna put that in your mouth, you have to pay for it. And he goes, whoop. Just spits it out. And then, so the cashier's like, he's at his wit's ends with it. He's just like, what is this freak and what is he doing?
Yeah.
And then Art picks up a horn and like walks slowly behind Sienna. And she's literally sat there going, don't do that. Like he's a clown. Clown be clowning.
He's such a fun guy.
Sienna leaves. Cashier mouths off to him. Cashier gets what he deserves. I think the whole way through this film, like a lot of people he killed, we were like, if this crazy ass clown came up to your house, was in your shop, wanted to buy something, but was taking all of his tools out of his bin bag, just let him have it.
Just give the man what he wants and get out of there.
Yeah, because then we roll on to Sienna's best mate, and he goes trick-or-treating at the door.
Go away.
There's no way I wouldn't have given someone that creepy something.
What do you think about if, even on Halloween, a man not dressed up like come to the door?
Get out of here. I mean it.
That's just a man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Thank you, bye.
Remember this, like, you're saying no to that. Just give him a handful of sweets, he'd have jogged on.
Yeah.
In fact, he felt the hurt, that's why he did what he did. I swear we're gonna get cancelled. Cancelled before we began. Do you know what they say? Quit while you're behind.
This leads to the infamous bedroom scene. I think if you've heard anything about Terrifier 2, you've heard about the bedroom scene.
It's the best kill. For me, it's the best kill. Like, what would top it?
I don't know if I want to say best. I just I do think it's a bit too much. Like that whole it's in our watch along and maybe in some footage I'll include, but I think there's a point where the scene could have ended and it just kept going.
Yeah. You see what I mean? Like, this isn't even like killing. This is just like fun for him. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh.
I don't even know how to describe this kill. I think it's something that you need to watch to experience what this is.
If you've not seen this film, I think it would actually be very unfair of us to try and describe this to you. Where do we go after that? We must be back to Sienna at this point. Basically, they're at the party, they're having a bit of fun. All the while, simultaneously, we cut back to the mum's home alone. Well, not home alone, the son's there.
Yeah, but they have an argument.
Yeah, you know, and he's like, I'm gonna,
away.
yeah. And in the meantime, she like hears something in the garage. Her car's been absolutely trashed. Like toilet paper all over it, a smashed pumpkin. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And this mum immediately starts cleaning, like she's a grafter. She dies.
Her death is fabulous.
Well, yeah, we were saying if we were to die anyway in this film, we'd choose hers.
Mm-hmm. That's how I want to go out.
Perfect. No notes. Crazy, she's an orphan. Straight through the window.
It's so shocking. Every time he uses a gun, it's so shocking. And
It
really
shouldn't be, because that seems to be his MO.
Yeah.
When he can't be asked, boom.
So yeah, I feel like this is more inconvenience than anything to me.
It's all the energy for you. You're not my priority, so I'm gonna do something else. Brings the mum inside. Little boy returns home. And is greeted with mum at the table with like shotgun split open head. Simultaneously you find out she was drugged.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, her friend just like spiked her drink with Molly.
Molly.
She's rolling on Molly. Yeah, 'cause she was like, oh, I'm not gonna drink, and her friend was like, oh, you need to have a good time. And to be fair, when we were first watching it, like the way she was getting on and like feeling the surfaces, we were both like, there's no way she's just drunk.
I know, that's like high behaviour.
And then she starts hallucinating.
The little girl.
The little girl.
And obviously, because she's had some alcohol. She had, what did she have before it? Xanax?
Xanax, yeah, for like her anxiety.
And she's been spiked. So everyone thinks she's just having like a drug meltdown.
She's like screaming at this party.
Yeah, like being like, do you see that? Do you see that?
So the friend and the boyfriend or whatever offer to drive her home. They're driving home. She gets a phone call from her brother saying he's at the old circus. And the boyfriend's like, it's only a few miles away. So off they go. There's still like an hour left of this film, by the way, at this point.
Yeah, oh.
So long story short, she just goes on a wander basically, try and find him. She was texting him and he said, I'm in the Terrifier, and that's like a haunted house.
Yeah.
So she's like navigating around there. The friend and boyfriend are still in the car, like doing coke and making out and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just cool driver things. Art takes them out.
Yeah.
There's
he ripped someone's dick off. That's brilliant.
yeah. And then like while the girl's still in the car, he uses it and wipes it across the window. It's so funny. Like it shouldn't be funny, but it really is. Oh, hi, handsome. You come.
I kind of wish you'd just grabbed and pulled. Oh, there we are.
Yeah. Then she dies.
Yeah.
Well, she gets
This
maimed.
is the one that annoys me. We will talk about it soon.
Sienna hears her friend scream, goes towards, finds her, disgusting. And then
Yeah.
Art's just there,
Yeah.
as always. Which I look up,
there.
he's just there. And then begins there. Oh, and then the brother comes in behind, because the brother's been running about,
Yeah.
because he regained consciousness, and she's like, run!
Boy.
Unknown named brother. Run! So then he's off hiding, Art's chasing them all, we congregate in the church.
Yeah.
To where a brutal whipping scene happens. Oh, god damn it.
Yes. Lots of whipping. Whip.
Oh, grim. It's like a ball and chain mace.
It's got scalpels on the end, hasn't it?
Yeah, spiky ball and chain mace. Sister jumps in front to take the heat.
Yeah, this is where she takes over and we realise that she's going to defeat him. Woo! We love a strong female lead.
Big up Cece. There's still half an hour left of this movie.
Do you want to explain the next bit that you hate, or do you want me to do that?
So she dies.
Art stabs her with her big sword.
Yeah, little sword. Big
Little
knife.
sword, big dagger.
Somewhere in the middle. We've yet to arrive on an accurate description of it. Stabs her with that. She dies. She enters this. They say it's like purgatory, essentially, like the middle world. Says hello to her mother. That's really the little girl. Yeah. And then she tells her, haha, your mom's dead. And then she goes to hell.
She falls down there.
Through a door in the floor into a big tank of water. And she's just trapped there drowning.
Oh, Houdini.
Yeah. And then the sword comes to life and rattles and is red. And that makes her rattle. And she's red. I hate it.
She heals.
Yeah, she's like absorbing the power of the knife or whatever. And then she like cuts herself free Houdini style. It like erupts from the water.
She's back.
With the knife. And all the while, like, Art, by the way, is like prodding the brother, like trying to wake him up.
Yeah, he's like, come on,
slapping
fun time.
Because he's like, come on, this can't be over yet. Wake up, we've got fun to have. And then she just goes ham on him. And then it cuts to the credits. But
Don't turn off.
don't turn off.
Because this is the best part of the movie.
It's the worst, but the best.
It's disgusting.
It's actually foul. God, it's foul. Oh. And it cuts to our main girl Vicky from Terrifier 1. And she's obviously in her like mental ward because she tore that reporter apart. And she, all of a sudden it cuts to her like
She's
essentially
got
like
blood down her
like
legs.
almost like as much blood as you would have like if you were like to lose a child.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's not like you're water breaking.
No, this is like a blood
Yeah,
fountain.
like blood pile underneath, like it's still dripping out of her, but she's using it to like write all over the wall, and in like a big love heart, she's like Vicky plus Art.
Yeah. Oh.
So they're like in love, and all of a sudden it cuts to her. She's having a baby, She's very pregnant.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
About to have a baby. Boom. What do you think she's holding? Do you want to tell them?
I don't know if we should.
Great idea. Guess. We want to
Let us know.
You don't have to watch the 2.5 hours. You can just skip to the end. And that's that. That's the film.
That's 2.5 hours.
There's so many effects we could do. I don't think it's fair to do them all. But we could
we'll
just pick.
We'll do our best and worst.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. What was your favourite one?
My favourite one. Oh, it's got to be the face.
Okay, yeah.
So when we told you earlier about Art killing like the best friend in our house, he like essentially takes some scissors and just like cuts like around the skin, almost like a shitty plastic surgeon's job, and then like completely like de-scalps her and like rips it off, and that looks so good, especially when we were watching the behind the scenes. Yeah, because it actually showed you how they did the effect. So while he was cutting, it's a full prosthetic face, and then obviously they've done the brain and stuff to look under it, but they've got tubes in the wig, and there was just 2 guys with syringes connected to the tubes, because obviously you couldn't have too big of a blood source because you want it to trickle out. Because although you are cutting around your brain, you actually don't bleed that much because it's just surface blood. So the tubes were actually connected into the wig, because when they pulled the wig off in the behind the scenes, you could just see the tubes behind it. And then I'd almost go as far to say her losing her arm as well.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, so that it's like a prosthetic arm, and she just has her real arm behind her the whole time, and they painted like her arm black, so obviously it just looks like a shadow, you can't see anything, but she just has this wobbly prosthetic arm, and that's really well done as well. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, amazing. So yeah, as much as I think that bedroom scene is a bit too much, the effects in it, can't fault them really.
Yeah.
I think they were all good.
So good.
My favourite one then, if you've chosen that one. My favourite and least favourite are probably the same one. So the bit that shocked me the most in the first one is when Sienna's friend who spiked her gets killed. And there's a part where Art smashes her kneecap in, and then immediately after goes and smashes her chest. And that first initial chest one, it made me feel all sorts of ways. Like, it's disgusting, but it's so good. And yeah, I mean, it's just practical, just dummy use. Do you want me to go into worse, or do you want to do your worst?
You said your best and worst is the
Oh,
same,
yeah, they are the
so you
same,
may as well
but-
just continue.
However, after the first smash of the chest, where you feel like, ugh, it zooms in on a dummy, and he keeps pounding her chest, and I don't think it was needed at all, because you can just tell that it's a dummy. And then he goes into this dummy to rip it apart to get her art.
Very Yorkshire of you.
Yeah, sorry. Her art. Her art comes out.
Hey, come for.
You can just tell it's a dummy.
The heart bit's good. The heart looks real.
And him eating it, that's good. But
Yeah.
it's just the close-ups of this dummy. I just wasn't a big fan.
It looked like rubber skin.
Yeah.
Like even when there was, so obviously you have the initial fraying, like where the chest was like completely concave, but you can tell there's like just like little rips in the latex outside of like where the skin would have ripped. And obviously skin wouldn't have done that; it would have just ripped.
Yeah.
So there'd be like little holes on the side, and they were like it's very thick.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
good, isn't it?
Where obviously like your epidermis is so thin.
I also I don't know how much they held on it actually, but I don't remember him like having to like get through any ribs or anything.
But I think that's the point of the chest being concave, is because he's hit her right in the sternum,
yeah.
and if you crack that, all your ribs are that's the center part that holds your ribs.
Yeah.
So the mace did most of the work there. I think that's the only reason why that does work. Is because once your ribs are broken, your chest is just like concave.
Yeah.
And my least favorite, I did kick off about it already. I'm gonna do it again. I hate it that much. And like, there's not much about this film I hated at all. And again, the actual like dummy use, for me, that was fine. Like, again, the skin around the neck looked good. The veins all were there. But why does the neck not have a spine in it?
Yeah, it just
Or, like-
seems very hollow and empty.
Or even pulling off, obviously, the fake head, have the spine come out a bit from it, because I think that'd be easier than putting it in the neck.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's chopped it. I don't know.
It's just one of those little things that took you out of it a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the first time I watched it, it really did. I was seething. And I watched it the second time, and I was like, I get it. Like, there is a lot of effects in this. This isn't just... If it had been a film where that was only one of 2 or 3 effects, poor.
Yeah.
That would have been so poor. But because they've done so many, it's just unfortunate that just didn't look as good as the rest.
It is ridiculous. The amount of effort and time they must put into all those effects. It is
Just like
it
the
is
brain
great.
power doing
Yeah.
it. Like, it's just pure creativity. I'd never be able to do it.
They've got those type of effects. They've got a lot of fire in this as well.
Yeah, the fire was cool.
Yeah.
But when we were watching it, I actually didn't realise that the fire was practical. I just assumed they had it on. But with what budget?
Yeah.
And again, we were watching the behind the scenes, and they do just light them on fire.
Yeah, everyone that's on fire is actually on fire.
Like Art with his little like fire gun, that's real fire. And he's like, and it shows the girl who plays the banjo, and she's still dancing and singing and spinning in circles while she's on fire, and they show that like in real time how they filmed it. So cool.
Yeah, it's shocking when you see her like fall to like the safety mat and then people.
Fire extinguishing,
yeah.
So that was a cool little fact I like.
Just quickly on cinematography, I think. So we were looking at it, and I looked at it, and I thought it looked like it was shot on film. Like it's grainy.
You did say that.
And I was like, oh, is this shot on film? Because it's got that vibe, and I think that really fits with the tone of the movie. And it's really like coolly lit, like blues. But it's not shot on film. What was it?
It's filmed on an Alexa Mini, and apparently that's like your go-to like indie film camera. It's affordable, but also like really good. And I read somewhere that it was specifically made grainy on purpose to look like it was done on film.
Yeah.
They were even saying like throughout the film, because we did notice, we said there's obviously a filter on here to make it more blue, but they were saying that blue, that like that teal / orange is to mimic it being done on film, because everything done on film has that little bit of a tint to it. But that's it. And then
very beautiful to look at. Beautiful in like the horror way.
it was beautifully shot.
Yeah.
Like,
very good camera.
The film itself obviously isn't beautiful. It's not made to be beautiful. It's made to look dirty and disgusting. And it is. But it's done excellently. It's done flawlessly. I loved it.
Yeah. I think we both preferred the first one, didn't we?
Yeah.
But this is definitely worth the watch, even just for the confusion of the plot. Because I think we described it quite not in a confused way. But if you watch it for the first time, you'll probably be like, what the fuck?
Oh, with the ending, I did not know what happened. Kim had to explain it to me.
I mean, that's just my guess.
Yeah, but it's what, like, but I literally couldn't even fathom a thought. Kim was just like, oh, I think I understand. And I was sat there going, what has just happened? I was so fixated on her going through that hell door and like catapulting herself out of water. I was like, what do you mean? What's happened? I didn't even realise that like she had like theoretically died.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is this?
Fallen angel.
Yeah, but watching it the second time, there's like the falling on her own sword,
Yeah.
going down into hell. Like, I got it. It made a bit more sense. But it did take that second watch. Because again, it's made to have that shock horror, which I think is why we loved the first one more. It's just because I've never seen anything like this. I think this is such a unique film. And again, with the gore and stuff, the pure shock horror on it, it left me speechless. With like such a low budget and the effects being good. And then obviously this one, you do get to delve into the lore a bit more.
Yeah. I do wish they'd stretch the lore out a bit more. I didn't have to put so much into one film and make it 2.5 hours long. Especially if they knew they were trying to make a third one.
And a fourth.
And a fourth one.
Yeah. Great film.
Demi Leone is doing a good job.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Still, we loved the first one more. I think we're going to do our comparison.
Yeah, we
fir-
preferred the first one.
Love the first one, but we're suckers for low budget.
That's what it is.
It's just, that's it. It's just personal preference. Don't come in the comments hating us.
No one will come in our comments.
No one will come in our comments, but I will fight you if you do. So, like, comment, subscribe.
Please. Please.
This has been 3 hours of work for no one to see it. 3.5 hours of work for no one to see it, please. The table.
We've done a watch along for this one.
We really discuss almost anything bar the film.
We do a little bit of that though.
Yeah,
A
but
lot
we
of the
do.
end is complaining.
But it's just nice. I think you'll get to see how our little brains work and why doing this bit is so difficult for us. See you at the watch along.